The world of economics has been influenced by countless brilliant minds and influential groups, all of whom possess differing ideas as to how to solve the key economic issues of their day. This video timeline will cover the foundation and notable contributions to the English School of Economics, as well as highlighting intellectually revolutionary documents from its scholars. The English School of Economics can most clearly be traced to David Ricardo, who theorized many concepts used in modern economics, like comparative advantage. Ricardo's writings in the late 18th century helped to popularize the marginal revolution and pave the way for other English economists to come. John Stuart Mill, while not directly associated with the English school, proposed many ideas that formed the basis for economic theory in England. Working directly with Ricardo's ideas, Mill was able to further refine them into economies of scale and opportunity cost. Among other things, his most notable contribution came in the form of introducing the world to utilitarianism. This view held that items only held value because society deemed it so, rather than as a result of any work that was put into that particular item. William Stanley Jevons is one of the core pillars of the marginal revolution, and also happens to be considered the first real member of the English School of Economics. Jevons focused heavily on a concept he called the final degree of utility, or the point at which all different uses for an item held the same marginal utility to the consumer. This is also known as the equation of exchange. His work was considered influential for later English economists. Alfred Marshall is remembered both for his contribution to economic theory and the knowledge he left for future generations. Unlike any previous name mentioned, Marshall's economic textbook, The Principles of Economics, first published in 1890, became one of the most popular economic textbooks for young economists throughout the first few decades of the 20th century. In addition, he established the Cambridge School of Economics so that future economists could flourish. Not only was he an excellent teacher, Marshall also contributed heavily to the study of microeconomics, developing concepts still used today like price elasticity of demand, consumer surplus, and the modern supply and demand curves. Immediately afterwards came Arthur C. Pigou. He took special interest in Marshall's concept of externalities, or the positive and negative benefits inflicted on those outside of the immediate exchange. This led him to develop a theoretical solution called Pigouvian taxes. It is widely believed that if governments were flawless in their execution of this idea, these subsidies for beneficial exchanges and penalties for harmful exchanges would be superior to direct intervention every time. John Maynard Keynes revolutionized economics as a whole. Initially, he started by criticizing the deal made to unite Germany and the rest of Europe after the First World War. When his predictions about the inevitability of a second war came true, he once again shocked the economic world by explaining the cause of the Great Depression. Keynes focused on macroeconomics, an under-researched field in the mid-20th century. His important work, The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money, published in 1936, solidified his place as one of the giants in economic history. Even though most of his ideas have been disproven with time, he is still regarded as a highly influential contributor to both the English School of Economics and the modern economic study as a whole.